Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Secretary and Chairman. Appreciate you being here today. We've gone through a lot of information. I know you've done a great job. A lot of people comment on the positive work that you do, and I just wanted to share that with you. My focus to start was on the financial matters with my financial background. And it was one of the first questions. You talked about the $10 million in savings. And I just wanted to drill down more on that because I did see that there was going to be a transfer of employees. There was going to be elimination of employees and then what I think would be called a transfer. There was going to be no layoffs. I was thinking that maybe there was going to be some savings in the salaries and benefits. It doesn't appear to be the case. Do you have you said the $6 million, if I'm not mistaken, it was $4 million with some new things. You're doing $6 million in administrative costs. Can you drill down and provide me the detail with that $6 million? You may not have it now, and maybe you do know, but if you don't, I was wondering if you could provide the chairman with because I would like to see.
Yeah, I can provide you with the math behind the breakdown, but when positions versus people. So we have no intention to laying people off, but through attrition, corrections alone ends up having about 100 people a month leave, right? So we can reallocate positions. So eliminate positions, not lay off people.
So that's where some of the savings is going to be then. Okay.
So that's the administrative overlap that we're referring to.
Because I had other questions that had been answered about you had talked about the maintaining the autonomy of the Board of Probation and Parole and the Office of Victim Advocate. I think you explained that. So they were my questions, but I do need to circle back about this constitutionality issue. And I'm going to be very upfront. I'm very disappointed to hear that a member says he lives in a parallel universe. Because quite frankly, I'm grounded in reality. And a lot of us here are working really hard to get the budget done and work hard, and that includes the leadership team on both sides. And I'm very frustrated to hear that because I'm going to tell you, the governor single-handedly created this crisis, and it is a constitutional crisis, and I have the fiscal code in front of me. And it's clear. If the state treasurer shall pay out for any appropriation named in an appropriation bill a greater sum than is named thereafter for each appropriation, he shall be deemed guilty of a misdemeanor, punishable by a fine not exceeding $1,000 or imprisonment not exceeding 1 year or both for each and every offense. So if people here are mistaken that we don't have a constitutional crisis, they're sorely mistaken, because we have a treasurer who's just interim trying to do the right thing, and we got to try to figure out the balance. He has to figure out the balance between public safety or possibly being charged with a misdemeanor. And I just want to make that very clear, and I want to get that on the record because I'm getting tired of hearing that I live in a parallel universe. Because I know one thing, I don't, and my members don't. And I was sorry to hear that a member speak that way. Thank you. You've done a great job. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.